Brothers and sisters, we have a plan. This is Backwards James. How's it going now? How you guys doing? So, of course, you wouldn't see my face unless the Lord has given me something to say. Guys, I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting for Jesus. I'm just tired. I'm just so tired. And if you think I'm joking, I'm not joking. I am tired of waiting for Jesus. I mean, after all, is he going to come or not? Is he coming or not? So I'm talking to you folks out there that feel like I feel. Tired of hearing soon. You see, there was a word that I heard from, it was on YouTube yesterday. I forgot who the word was from. It was an excellent word. I think it was Shepherd's Church. It's like a 2-minute video. And the Lord said that he was doing this to us. He was squeezing us through a narrow opening. And I thought that's kind of odd that he said that. What does that mean? How's he squeezing me through a narrow opening? You see, the Christ is like, he's our king, okay? So, are you getting impatient with your king? The king is gonna come when he wants to come. Are you tired? Are you tired of waiting already? So, what is he doing? If he's squeezing us through a narrow opening, he is weeding some of us out. So those that are tired, are they getting weeded out? It's possible. So guys, the Holy Spirit has come upon me, and I am here pouring it out on you. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. I love you, my brothers and sisters. So anyway, let's get to it because we are tired of waiting on Jesus. And they just cut the lights out on me in here, you know. I am once again, I got my car back, but I have resorted to using, oh wow, I'm messing with the lights here. I have resorted to using our, what do you call that? Training room during my lunch, because it's like South Texas, it's San Antonio. So it's pretty hot, but maybe if I get a little closer to the window. Oh, now they turn the lights back on. You know, come on, Satan, stop opposing me. So let's get this started. There are several scriptural examples of this phenomena, this way that you feel because you're feeling impatient on your king. You're waiting on the Lord. Now, guys, if you're tired, you're just so tired. Are you tired? I'm so tired of waiting for Jesus. If you feel that way, guys, let's think about the scriptures, okay? Let's hearken unto the scriptures. First of all, let's think about Exodus. There's a guy in Exodus named Moses, okay? And then Moses did this thing where he went up into the mountain at God's command. And the people, well, the Israelites, the congregation, and Aaron as the babysitter, the people got tired of waiting on Jesus. So what did they do? Do you remember? They said to Aaron, Moses is dead. This man's been gone for over a month. We don't know what happened to this man. See, guys? There you have it right there. The congregation, the evil congregation, the evil assembly that was always tempting God. They're the kind of people that are tired of waiting on Jesus. You see? Is that you? What happened? They said, Aaron, Moses is dead. Make a God for us. Idolatry. They made the golden calf. Moses came down, smashed the 10 commandments. Then he went up into the mountain again for another 40 days. But there's the phenomena. Just kind of going over it. So yeah, that might be you. Tired. You're just so tired. We're so tired. Doesn't the king know we're waiting for him? Is he ever going to come? That might be you. Now, if Christ is weeding us out, what kind of people do you think he's weeding out? What kind of people do you think he's not weeding out? Okay. So let's move on. Let's go to Judges. Do you remember Gideon and the 300 men? Do you remember that the Lord was gathering these mighty men, this army to Gideon? And Gideon kept on asking God for signs, which is okay. Confirmation. Now, then God says to Gideon, I think they had like 10,000 people left. He said, the people are yet too many. Perhaps I will save Israel, and Israel will say, well, it was my own hand that saved me, and by my own power have I been rescued. So the people are too many. He said, do this. Let me prove the people. Read it. Oh, it's awesome. In Judges, let me prove the people. So have them all go down to the water course and let them drink. He said, every single one that bends down upon his knees and laps up the water like a dog, set them aside. But as for the ones that squat down and they pick up the water with their hand and bring it to their mouth, set them aside. So the ones of the latter group ended up being Gideon's 300 men. The ones that did not bow down and worship their belly, they did not lap up the water like dogs, but they acted like men of war. They brought the water to their mouths with their hands, and God chose them. They were the chosen ones. Are you chosen? Or are you tired of waiting for Jesus? See, I'm tired, but I'm tired of hearing all the complaining. I'm tired of hearing all the belly aching. I'm tired of dealing with the congregation, because they are always testing God. They are always painting the heart of the Holy One of Israel. I seek the oneness with his heart. Now, if his heart has been pained, my heart is pained. If you are murmuring against God, you are murmuring against me, because I am seeking the oneness with my Father. I am seeking oneness with the Son. And if I'm tired of waiting on him, well, he's a king. Am I a king? Am I going to rush him? There was a king that got rushed. Moving on. Let's talk about 1 Samuel. Now here we have set a pattern. The people are always painting the heart of the Holy One of Israel. So what did they do? Didn't God take Samuel, and didn't he anoint and appoint King Saul as a monarch, as a king over these people? Now what happened? Didn't Samuel say, wait for the appointed time? He gave Saul 7 days and said, I will return at the end of 7 days and offer up sacrifices, and I will inaugurate you, and you will be well established. This was the order of God coming through the prophet of God, going to King Saul, not servant Saul, not armor bearer Saul, not scrub Saul. Saul was a king. What did Saul do? You see, Satan stirred up the people, the congregation, once again. They said, the Philistines are making a raid. The Philistines, they're attacking us. You see, the 7 days came and went, and Samuel began to delay. What did Saul do? Well, the people are scattering from me. The people are demanding that we move now. He listened to the people. Now, wasn't he the king? Saul was the king. And yet, he got tired of waiting for Jesus. It's a pitiful thing when you see it. It really is. He listened to the unruly people, the people that pain the heart of the Holy One of Israel. He became one of them, even though he was king. Now, say Jesus were to do that for you because you were tired of waiting for him. And you know, all your prayers and all of your murmurings and your complaining. Will Christ turn to the Father and say, Father, what's the holdup? The people are tired of waiting for Jesus. Let's speed this up. Say he decided to come now because you were tired and because you're just tired and you're just sick of waiting. You hate that word soon. What if he listened to you? Do you figure him listening to your little selfish heart, do you think that's going to make things better for you? You see, he's not like King. Is Jesus Christ the son of Saul? He's the son of David. David did all things well, pleasing to the heart of the Father. And if Jesus Christ has done all things well and he has accomplished and he has received the seal and approval of God, are you rushing our King? Will he listen to the likes of you? He's weeding you out. Go and separate away from the chosen ones. Stop painting the heart of the Holy One of Israel. Go stand aside. Go bend down on your knees and lap up the water like a dog. God himself has called you what you are. If you are impatient for your king, you don't have the Spirit of the Lord. Isn't that one of the 9? Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faith, mildness, self-control. Where's your patience? Where's your self-control? But you're tired. You're so tired. I'm so tired. I hate that word soon. Oh, it's really, guys, come on. What did the Messiah do? Let's talk about Jesus Christ himself. Look in the scriptures. Didn't he make many parables? Even his arrival. What were they doing? Weren't they waiting? Weren't they waiting for the salvation of Israel? Weren't they waiting for the appearance of the Christ? Didn't they know by their study of the scriptures that the Messiah would be coming? Or did they go back to sleep? Did they prefer the glorious men in charge? Or did they wait for Jesus? Did they show patience with the Father? So those that stayed awake and kept on the watch, praying continually, not knowing when their Lord would come upon them, what did they say? We have found the Messiah. And what did Christ say? Come, be my follower. Is this you? What did he say about the 11th hour workers? Remember the parable of the 11th hour workers? All day long, the benefactor was hiring laborers. The first hour all the way down to the 11th hour. And then he came upon the 11th hour workers standing around and saying, and they were not working. And he said to them, why aren't you working? And they said to him, no one has hired us. Now, is this you? Do you have this type of patience? Because God himself has not sent you to any work at all? Will you stand around and wait for him to come to you? Or are you going to get antsy because you're tired of waiting for Jesus? You're going to start making your own work, huh? Just go tag up some of the booths and, let's go hire ourselves. If no one has hired you, how is it that you are standing around and not doing anything? You see? He said, go into the vineyard. And they got paid just the same as the ones who started in the heat of the day. The first hour workers got paid the same wage as the 11th hour workers. This is us, brothers and sisters. We're waiting for the Lord. Are we getting tired? Are we tired of waiting? Boy, this room is just hating what I'm saying. Keep turning off the lights on me. That's all right. Look at Peter's second epistle. What did he say? What did he say that they'd be doing? He said they would certainly not put up with the righteous words. They would say, where is this promised presence of his. Where is this promise? Where is Jesus? How long is he going to take? Is he ever coming? Where is this promised presence of his? You see? So the spirit of the world, the spirit of the air, the spirit of the Lord of the air, the spirit of Satan, the devil itself, it's in the congregation. It's in the people. They're always tired. They're so tired, always complaining. Who's going to feed us? Who's going to clothe us? Is Jesus ever coming? We're tired. We're so tired. We hate that word soon. Ridiculous. And I'm exaggerating, but guys, it really is true. You're being weeded out. You're not chosen. Go stand with the group, because they're making their own work and they're furnishing their own salvation. And they will reap their own sowing. And just what they deserve is what they're going to get. But as for you, you will have patience. You will wait for the Lord. Because once he has weeded us all out, and once our number has been whittled down to 300, we will become glorious. Like Gideon's 300, we will have the glory of God upon us. Look back at Gideon's 300 men. They had the torches and they had the lamps or the vessels. We are the vessels. We are the lamps, and the torch is the Christ. We will shine with the glory of the Holy One if we are patient, if we don't get tired, if we stop murmuring against the Holy One of Israel. Do you remember when Christ was walking amongst men, and the little anecdote or the story about him in the boat when the storm was coming and Christ was asleep below decks, and they started to panic because the winds were getting more and more violent. And they said, "Lord, don't you care? We are about to perish." And he said to them, "Where is your faith?" Guys, the storm is coming. Christ is asleep below decks. He is in your heart. Do you think that because the storm is coming, do you think because the Philistines have surrounded us, that the Lord will not stand up and save those that are his own? Will you rush the king? Will you actually command the king and tell him to come now? You are not ready for him to come now. If he came now, what would happen to you? What would happen to all those like you? So that's what I had to say, guys. Really glad to meet you again. Really glad to see you again. Don't get tired, brothers and sisters. Have patience. Be brave. Be strong. Stand firm. Have faith. Remember King David. Remember King Saul. Remember Moses and the people. These things that were written down for examples of us, it's going to prove who we are. Who you are in the Lord. He's listening to you. He's in your heart. He's heard you belly aching. He's heard you complaining. He's heard you saying, "Oh, I'm so tired. I hate that word soon." What will you do when the time is upon you? Then you'll be like a little child. "Oh, I didn't know the roller coaster was going to be so terrible. Let me off the ride." You want the ride to stop. As soon as Jesus comes, you're going to want him to go away again. Don't be of that sort, my brothers and sisters. We are the chosen ones. We are the bride of Christ. We are his people. If he wants to take 10 years, if he wants to take 20 years, if he wants to take 1,000 years, we will be waiting and ready for him because we are his servants. He is the one that commands on us. We are the virgins that will keep awake. Whenever he decides to come, we'll be ready. Amen, Jesus. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach.